In a world obsessed with speed, power, and size, a tiny bubble-shaped car once rolled in and changed everything. This isn't a story about horsepower. It's a story about heart. Meet the BMW Isetta, the world's tiniest legend. The year was 1953. Europe was still rebuilding after the war. Gas was expensive, streets were narrow, and people wanted something, anything, that could move them forward. And that's when an Italian company called Spa had a strange idea. What if a car could be as small as a scooter, but protect you from the rain? Their creation looked like a mix between an egg and a spaceship. One door right at the front, tiny round windows, and an engine smaller than your hairdryer. It was called the Isetta, Italian for Little Iso. Now, fast forward 2 years. In Germany, BMW was on the edge of bankruptcy. Their luxury cars weren't selling, and the world was moving toward cheaper, smaller vehicles. When BMW engineers saw the Isetta, they didn't laugh, they saw hope. They bought the design rights, rebuilt it from the ground up, and gave it a heartbeat. A 247cc single-cylinder motorcycle engine that could push this micro machine to a thrilling 50 km/h. It wasn't fast, it wasn't luxurious, but it was perfect. With just 3 liters of fuel per 100 kilometers, the Isetta became the most efficient car in the world. Families who could never dream of owning a BMW finally could. It was affordable, adorable, and surprisingly practical, at least for 2 people and a bag of groceries. The front door opened forward like a refrigerator, and if you parked too close to a wall, well, you were stuck inside. But people didn't care, they loved it. The Isetta became a symbol of freedom in post-war Europe, a car for dreamers, students, and young couples chasing a future that finally seemed bright again. And then came the headlines. The Isetta saves BMW. By the late 1950s, over 160,000 Isettas had rolled off the line, pulling BMW out of financial collapse. Without that tiny bubble car, the BMW S we know today, the M3 South, the i8 South, the X5S might never have existed. But the Isetta story doesn't end there. Its charm refused to die. 70 years later, it inspired a new generation, the Microlino, a modern electric reinterpretation that carries the same smiling face and nostalgic soul, ready to conquer city streets once again. From the ashes of war to the dawn of electric mobility, one truth remains. Sometimes, the biggest revolutions come in the smallest packages, and the Isetta